This is Yaman Goda studying Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Today's topic is insights from computational theory index. There are abstract introduction, methodology, literature survey, outcomes, and conclusion. Abstract. We explore the dynamics of entrepreneurial performance and well-being thought computational theory. Our model connects mechanism of work-related motivation and strain process with the unfolding of an entrepreneurial process. The simulation results shows that how an entrepreneur's energy ebbs and flows over their journey. Charting center Venturing performance and levels of well-being can be linked to distinct interplays of ambition, skill, self-regulation, and dynamism. Our work contribution a holistic account of entrepreneurship and well-being simulation, computational modeling, and enriches discussion about the entrepreneurial future of work. Introduction. Our research makes a significant impact on the areas of entrepreneurship, well-being, and work preservatives. First of all, our approach seeks to construct a global, all-encompassing theory of entrepreneurship and well-being. This allows us to appreciate the nested structure of an entrepreneurial process and encapsulate stress cycle as they interact in the course of entrepreneurship. And moreover, our theoretical framework incorporates several previous works that have largely remained fragmented or piecemealed together, such as that of characteristics and performance and entrepreneur stress and performance and well-being. Secondly, such work in the research stream develops a theory of a computational modeling in entrepreneurship that allows for both the operationalize our institute and even escapulate the dynamics of entrepreneurial well-being. Lastly, we engage in existing discourage on the future of work, which is oriented towards enhancing the quality of work by demonstrating the need of entrepreneurial ambition to be regulated by skills and self-management as also affecting learning and development within organizing organizations. Methodology. The methodology contains the way in which one can get insights of the computational theory, which includes the computational model, is, is the basic challenge given on the piecemeal relationship that provide the components of our model as presented in the difficult at present to form a coherent view of all the pieces fit together as a system. In this section, we transform the model into a computational one in order to study the behavior of system. This could help clarify how such internal dynamics of entrepreneurial well-being operate and interact in more complex situations which are hard to replicate empathetically. So, a future that is bound to be a more entrepreneurial in the way work is done. This will help magnetic how meaningful work is designed based on the entrepreneurial intention. Holistic system thinks a system is understood as a set comprising interrelated and interdependent elements organized as a whole. General system theory introduces the concept of wholeness and how different systems share certain aspects of behavior which stems from the structure. This theory makes it possible to study systems and their surroundings as well as incorporating different degrees of complexity. Model structure. The focus of paper is the element of model as it contained in the blueprint, especially on the motivation strain process within the framework of job demands, resource motivation, and strain are computational as stock variables that are determined by the flow process. The inflows drive motivation or stress up, whereas the flow or outflows drive them down. It shows by the blue arrows that resources have a role in increasing motivation and reducing strain. The model identifies an important discussion between challenges, stresses that motivate and interests, strain and hindrance, stressors that demotivate and increase strain. The relationship conquering recovery process presented in the red show that recovery facilitates motivation and reduces strain but is impaired by these two stressors. Besides, self-regulation is also put in as a parameter of a model as it assists recovery as well as resort the motivation and strain cause of the stress. People who have high self-regulation can consume. People have high self-regulation can the advisor effect of challenge and inherent stressors on recovery, motivation and strain. The insurance that recovery, motivation and strain are not lowly affected. Literature survey. This is paper does the through analysis of a process of entrepreneurial performance and associated stress using computational theory. It brings together insights on workplaces, well-being and the human face of entrepreneurial to form a model where variables are shown to influence each other over time. In simulating the model, the authorities explain how there are times in entrepreneur's journey when he or she has high energy and other time when he or she have low energy and how that affects performance and well-being. In this study, the parenthesis of early entrepreneurship and the discord of well-being that comes from it are spitted. For example, there is a freedom and purpose, but there is the risk and pressure. The study places that ever-changing concept of entrepreneurship at one end and well-being at the other hand, focusing on the physiology aspects of entrepreneur as the agent capable of achieving personal goals. The figure presents that state of well-being as the equilibrium state of two opposing forces, motivation and stress, and consider them both as a buffer that gets affected by the process of entrepreneurship. In addition to that, the manuscript suggests possible scenarios of entrepreneurship and organization work consisting in the coming year added by technology that encourages flexibility and self-achievement. The authors assess that the way work is designed, it can be possible to capitalize on the entrepreneurial spirit of employees. They do, they do this by drawing on the job demands resource model and situating in within the concept of entrepreneurship, thereby fitting organizational physiology with entrepreneurship as well as addressing the motivation strain structures and conventional strain in capitalized economies. Outcome the simulation was structured in a way so that each run lasted for the total 500 days. The four main parameters ambition, skill, self-regulation, and dynamism were simulated, talking five values between 0 and 1. And there are 625 different configurations. The study estimated the performance in the sum of alternative parameter settings specifically how the changes of any individual parameter affected people's performing the performing their uh, conclusion. Entrepreneurial well-being has emerged as the scientific new dimensions in the research of entrepreneurship. They examine both its advantages and disadvantages. The study adds to that growing needs for varied methodologies as the interaction between these two sides is studied over time. Besides this is the authors contemplate the influence and entrepreneurial labor on the engagement of employees in future. This this is the model, the switched off mode, which signifies lack of ambition status that engaging ambition would be central to the process of changing the workplaces to be more engaging and bo- building self-regulating system. The paper process that like self-regulation, human ambition fits within the work environment as the stabilizing resource and constructive, even a process positive one. Thank you.